Radical.
I'm exploring my pride today. And I'm just sitting down thinking about my pride and if it is actually destructive in my life or a positive trait. I think it can be both. I think it can be both. I think if you have pride, then you're proud of yourself and actually can pull you to higher heights because you're giving yourself evaluation. And when you hit different moments of your life, different milestones, then that helps you along the way, helps you to remember those great moments of your life. So I think pride can be both a positive and a negative trait. It can be a great trait and it can also be a toxic trait. I think just like with something like fire, it's all in how you use it. But I did a search on it. Does pride get in your way? And I see all these religious things, right? Because I think maybe religion teaches mostly against pride and caring about the self. But I don't know. That's why I don't fit very well into regular religions. But not going to talk about religion right now. I don't know if I cut this in the background, but this is actually what came up on the Google search. So we're going to explore pride for me, and some of you can actually leave answers down below in the comment section if this might be a problem that you have or a positive, I'm not sure. But we're just going to discuss pride for a couple minutes and if it's a positive thing or a negative thing. Pride shows an unwillingness to learn. Well, this is not me because I'm always willing to learn about things. I want to absorb knowledge because I think it can help me become a better person. So that is not me. But I think that's more of a thing where if someone that is incredibly prideful, they just don't want to hear anything. They put their fingers in their ears. And that could be the most destructive, I think. If you just don't want to learn anything, but if you don't, or if you think you know everything and you don't feel that you want to learn everything, that can be very destructive. Pride is thinking you're better than others. Well, with me, it's not so much that I think I'm better than other people, but I know that I'm better than a lot of other people. Now, am I better than 99% of people? No. Am I better than 50% of people? Bet your ass I'm better than 50% of people. Now, what does that mean? Better than in which ways? I would say physical superiority. I would say mental superiority. Superior in those different ways, but having a capacity to care and to love, having a capacity to care about others, yeah, admittedly, not so much there. So I can see that I'm better than other people, definitely, but with the asterisks in certain ways. All around, to be an all around better person, there's a lot of things I could work on. But a prideful person, and the same example as someone that's unwilling to learn, they'll think they know everything, or they'll think they're just better than everybody else. So those two things I think can be toxic. Pride thrives off constant attention. Well, I guess every human being on this earth on some level that doesn't just live in a black, dark, dank hole away from everyone else. Of course, everyone wants a little bit of attention, whether it's from your loved ones, someone you're dating, your family, your friends. And anyone that says they don't want anyone's attention, no one's attention at all, is someone that's just a liar. Everyone wants a little bit of attention, unless you're living in, like I said, a dark hole and you close the blinds and you don't want to deal with like anybody, even your relatives. It's the percentage of attention. Some people, specifically a lot of women, they want 100% attention at all times. At all times. They will do whatever they can to get attention because in the case of many women, they feel inferior and they just need that attention to, what's the word? I'm missing the word now. Reinforce themselves, I guess. Same reason you might see a lot of females that, maybe they're, in letter numbers 5 or 6 out of 10, but they're dressing in a way that they want to get constant attention. They're dressing because they want to get more attention than other females that are actually models that are a 9 or a 10. But yeah, in my case, third one wrong. The first 3. So we're good there. Okay. Fourth, pride is being too good to perform certain tasks. I will do task. I will perform tasks that I think some people might not want to do. But I think the one thing that I don't want to perform task on is poo poo and caca, cleaning up poo poo and caca. Unless it was like my own child, then I don't think I would want to do that. And I feel that I am too good to perform those particular tasks. Because, sometimes just standing, you say, listen, I'm too good of a person to deal with other people's poo poo and caca. Unless it's, like I said, my kids. Pride is critical. Okay. I've been a very critical person in the past. Hell, I've done the critical satire. So that one, being very critical, overcritical, that one I'm probably guilty of. When it comes to dating, I can never date a 2 or 3 out of 10. I can never do that. I can never date someone that was, just very unattractive. Because I think with me, I like to have, I listen to the laws of power, the laws of seduction. And I generally like to keep extending myself to where I could either have more money or more trim. Higher levels of money, higher levels of trim. And if you are seen around town with someone that is fugly, that is going to hurt your chances and potential of being seen as someone that is desirable to the other females. I could break it down, but basically, same idea to where, like, if you show up somewhere with a supermodel on your arm, a lot of the other females that aren't supermodels that maybe lack self-esteem, they will strive to be with you because those other females are with you. Same reason Justin Bieber in concert gets all the ladies screaming because, they're like, oh, he's dating Selena Gomez. She's a hottie, this and this. That's why a lot of these women strive to be with those kind of guys. I'm not going to break it down, but yeah. If anything I'm guilty of is being very focused on attractive women. But still, that's built into my DNA. Are you going to get me for also loving delicious chicken and, good food that's yummy? Right? I could just eat porridge or bland foods all the time and not want a delicious cut of chicken, something like that. I could be minimalist. I can live on less than expensive dishes and whatnot, but I don't want to. I just want to enjoy the world. So yeah, but on critical, yes, definitely. Even in dating, I remember one instance to where I was talking to a female and her picture online was very attractive in the face. But then we got to start talking bodies and she said, well, you have a nice body. I like the way, you look body wise. And then let's see here. She said she wished she, could get a little bit better shape. And what did I mention? My one is I always say something along the lines of, well, we're all fine. Like, as long as your tummy doesn't extend past, your bosom and everything like that, we're fine. And then she got really offended because I guess she looked down and she saw that it did, or maybe it did a good ways. That's my last straw. Like, if I'm behind a female and I'm looking down, I better not see tummy. I better just see chest. Okay? That's my straw. And I'm not talking about laying down. I'm talking about standing up. And she hung up. She got angry. And I forget the word she said. I forget what she said. I hate that it doesn't come to me right now. But she got angry. She hung up. And she either said not conceited, but shallow. It wasn't shallow. It was like another word kind of like shallow. And then I don't know if I responded to her because I'm like, what's the point? So I'm going to get cussed out by somebody that is out of shape. And when you get with a female and she's out of shape, when she gets comfortable with you, she's just going to gain more weight. And nobody wants that. Unless, you like the chubbies. I know I don't want that. And lastly, pride refuses to ask for help. When it comes to this, I'd say I'm a little bit guilty on this also. Example is I have a relative that stopped by and left some things on the porch for me to sell at the flea market. And this is a person I've helped a lot in the past. So maybe they feel that they owe me, but other than maybe the thing of DVDs and CDs that probably they can't really get any money for, a lot of people can't get money for that. They left a nice Vizio soundbar I might give the soundbar back and say, like, well, this is something nice that you can sell. I just don't like, even family, I don't like getting help. I do not. It's not that I refuse to ask for help if I definitely need it. If I'm injured and my leg is messed up and I need somebody to go walk somewhere, okay, fine. But I use my body to the maximum of its potential, my mind, everything. I don't want anyone else's help. I take pride in the fact that I try to do things myself to the best of my ability. Now, I don't think that's a negative trait. I don't think it is. I think more and more people, if more and more people focused on themselves, building themselves up, and not needing help from others, this would be a better world, I believe. I fundamentally believe that.